PSAC union members walked the picket lines outside the CRA offices on Frederick in downtown Kitchener on Wednesday as talks broke down overnight. 15 unions under the PSAC banner walked off the job and grabbed their signs, bringing many government organizations to a full stop across the country. PSAC is striking for a 13.5% raise over the next 3 years, while the Taxation Employees Union are asking for 30% over the next 3 years. PSAC President Chris Allward made an announcement Tuesday night and Wednesday about what it looks like moving forward.
So, as you know, we've been in bargaining for almost 2 years. Our issues at the bargaining table still have not been addressed by this employer. We set a deadline for 9 p.m. this evening, and I can tell you that we do not have a tentative agreement. The Public Service Alliance of Canada, 155,000 members, will be on strike as of 12:01 a.m. We are still here at the table. We will remain at the table. We will remain for as long as it takes during the strike. And we will remain on strike until the government addresses our key issues at the bargaining table. My friends, we're here today to send a message to Treasury Board. We're standing here for every single worker in this country. When you try to repress your own employees' wages, what you're repressing wages for every single worker in this country. And workers are fed up. Workers are frustrated. And workers are saying, enough is enough. We're not going to take the garbage anymore.
The picketers on Frederick are sharing the same sentiment as their president in Ottawa.
Well, we've been without a contract for almost over 2 years now, and we've been at the table, as you've seen in the news, with Chris Aylward, our national vice president. We had a deadline as of last night of 9 p.m. We've been at the table. We're still at the table with the employer, wanting to get a fair contract, looking at, everyone is hurting right now, especially with inflation, and for all of our employees from a wide sector of federal employees, especially here in KW, looking for the 4% over the next 3 years of this particular contract. I can't remember the exact number, but what we're asking for is 4. I know the Treasury Board has come to the table with a different number, but it's still nowhere close to what our members are just asking for.
From our perspective, we just want to make sure that the employer, which is the Treasury Board, to bargain fairly, to give us a good contract that we both agree upon, not be so one-sided. We have 155,000 members across Canada that this strike is affecting, Canadian cities. And it's overdue. It's
way overdue.
So what was it like? We know it was almost, I think, just less than a year ago now, and obviously you were without a contract at that time. And we saw an influx of travelers looking for passports, and basically a lot of divisions of the government somewhat almost either shut down or was under a lot of strain due to coming out of this pandemic. What was your experience during that time?
For our members, they were really overworked.
Yeah.
But they were there for Canadians. They pushed themselves oftentimes. I'm glad we're finally more or less caught up. Now that we're on strike, some of that will slow down again, but our members were there tirelessly working. We also brought on a lot of new members that are now here that experienced what that work was like, and we actually have a passport office here in Kitchener. We have a front-end office that was also processing it here in Kitchener. And we have also our immigration office where Robert is from, that's just across the street by the Penetaph. So it was tough days. But in the end, we were happy to help support Canadians and get those passports out. And all we're looking for is continuing to do that kind of work, but at a fair wage. Thank you. Solidarity!
How long will this strike last, and how will it impact tax season? Only time will tell for now. The CRA says they aren't extending any deadlines as of yet, even though the May 1st deadline is fast approaching. For your region this week, I'm Robert Kubbinga.